Good afternoon. Trade unions, the UGT and the CCOO, have laid out the increase in the minimum wage they will defend next year, an €89 monthly rise, which would set it at €17,822 gross per year. They also insist that this increase cannot be offset or absorbed by certain wage supplements, such as night shift bonuses, hazard pay, language supplements and others. This was announced by both the unions in a joint press conference yesterday. Union representatives say they are demanding a higher increase compared to other years at 7.5% and much higher than inflation, because they believe this income bracket should now be taxed under personal income tax to avoid discrimination between workers. The unions are stepping forward to avoid another conflict like the one that split the government after this year's increase to €1,184. For the first time since European energy assessments began, Spain has been officially placed in a moderate risk category for electricity supply this winter. It's a milestone that comes after a year already filled with warning signs for the power system. Spain has never before appeared on the European risk list. Yet after months of rising demand, record heat and falling water reserves, experts are now openly acknowledging that the country is heading into winter with much less margin for comfort than in previous years. Electricity consumption has been climbing steadily as homes, businesses and industry become more reliant on electric-powered heating, cooling and transport. The shift towards electric vehicles and the explosion of digital services have pushed demand upwards, levels that may rise even further during cold spells. There are safety mechanisms. Red Electrica, the national grid operator, can activate the Active Demand Response Service, allowing temporary cutbacks to selected industrial and commercial users to stabilise the grid. After the blackout scare back in April, the electricity system will be under its closest scrutiny yet as winter sets in. And 3 times Ballon d'Or winning midfielder Aitana Bonmati is set to undergo surgery after fracturing her leg in training whilst on international duty. The 27-year-old is expected to miss a significant portion of the season after sustaining the injury, potentially including Spain's World Cup qualifier against England next April. On Sunday, reports from the training camp in Madrid indicated that Bonmati had fallen awkwardly during a practice session with the national team. Spain were preparing for the second leg of their UEFA Women's National League final against Germany at Atletico's Metropolitano Stadium today. Her club confirmed yesterday that she had suffered a fractured fibula and would undergo surgery at the Hospital de Barcelona. The recovery time is expected to be at least 3 months. It's a disappointing end to an otherwise stellar year for Bonmati. It became the first player to win the Women's Ballon d'Or 3 times, achieved a domestic treble and reached the Champions League final with Barca, as well as the Euro 2025 final with the national team. That's the latest from TRE. I'm Bob James.